Welcome to this explainer. Today we're jumping right into what I think is a truly fascinating medical mystery. We're going to decode the subtle, everyday clues your body leaves when your kidneys are under stress. It's a topic that affects literally millions of people, yet it so often goes completely unnoticed until it's just too late. So before we get into the nitty-gritty specifics, I want you to take a quick second and ask yourself, would you actually recognize the silent warnings of a body under stress before it becomes a full-blown crisis? Health experts estimate that millions of people are walking around right now with reduced kidney function, and they honestly have no idea. Why? Because the early stages cause very few obvious symptoms, if any at all. And by the time a condition is actually discovered, a significant amount of kidney function might already be gone. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with 1, the silent engine. Then 2, clues you can feel. 3, bathroom habits and changes. 4, the most surprising signs. And finally, 5, protecting your kidney health. All right, let's kick things off with section 1, the silent engine. Look, your kidneys are working 24/7. Unlike a pounding heart when you go for a run or an aching stomach after you eat way too much at dinner, your kidneys are quietly working around the clock. They're filtering your blood, balancing fluids, regulating blood pressure, supporting healthy mineral levels, and even producing vital hormones. But here's the catch. They rarely make a peep when they start to struggle. There's no dramatic pain, no loud warning siren, just absolute silence. And that is exactly why awareness matters so much. Moving right along to section 2, clues you can feel. We really need to contrast normal tiredness with our very first major clue, which is persistent fatigue. I mean, we all know what it feels like to be totally wiped out after a long day at work or a killer workout, right? But persistent fatigue is a whole different ballgame. You sleep 8 solid hours, yet you still wake up feeling exhausted. Your morning coffee literally does nothing. Simple, everyday tasks just feel so much harder. This happens because as your kidneys get less effective at filtering, waste actually builds up in your blood, making you feel increasingly drained. If this lingers for weeks, it definitely deserves your attention. That actually brings us to our second clue, unexpected swelling. Think about the last time you looked down at your feet at the end of the day. Did your socks leave deep marks around your ankles? Are your shoes feeling unusually tight? Or maybe your fingers and eyes seem super puffy when you wake up? It's so easy to just blame this on a hot day or a salty meal, but persistent swelling, which is also known as edema, is a massive red flag. It signals that your body is having trouble managing its fluid balance. Healthy kidneys remove excess fluid, so when they struggle, well, that fluid has to go somewhere. All right, section 3, bathroom habits and changes. So our third clue involves changes in urination. It is incredibly easy to just brush off ordinary changes here, like maybe you're waking up way more often at night, or your urine is darker, or you notice a really significant decrease in volume. A lot of us just say, oh, I'm just getting older, or I must have drank too much water before bed. And you know what? Sometimes that's exactly what it is. But because your kidneys are the ones directly responsible for producing urine, persistent changes in these patterns absolutely deserve a proper medical evaluation. Our fourth clue is persistent foamy urine. Now, a little bit of foam can happen for totally harmless reasons, like a fast stream or even just slight dehydration. But as a warning sign, persistent foam that doesn't easily flush away is a hugely overlooked detail. It can actually indicate that excess protein is leaking from the kidneys into the urine, which is a key indicator that the kidney's filtering system is under some serious stress. Let's just pause for a second and connect the dots. So far, we have persistent fatigue, swelling, changes in urination, and foamy urine. Now, obviously, one symptom alone isn't a diagnosis, and please, the goal here is not to WebMD yourself into a panic. But together, these clues start telling a much larger story about your overall health. Your body is basically leaving a trail of breadcrumbs. Let's get into section 4, the most surprising signs. Have you ever had this weird, persistent itching that no amount of body wash or moisturizer can seem to fix? In advanced cases of kidney stress, changes in the body's chemistry can actually cause unexplainable itching right on your skin. On top of that, an imbalance in minerals like potassium, calcium, and sodium, which healthy kidneys normally keep perfectly regulated, can trigger frequent, intense muscle cramps. Like that sudden, sharp pain in your calf at 3 a.m. Your kidneys might be hidden deep inside, but their effects are felt from head to toe. Okay, this next science fact actually solves our next clue. Your kidneys produce a hormone called erythropoietin. Yeah, try saying that 3 times fast. Anyway, this hormone signals your bone marrow to make red blood cells. When kidney function declines, the production of this hormone drops, and that causes anemia. This brilliantly explains why someone dealing with kidney stress might look unusually pale, feel dizzy, or experience shortness of breath without any obvious reason. And the seventh, final warning sign is one that surprises almost everyone. Imagine sitting down to your absolute favorite meal and it just tastes completely bland. Or worse, you suddenly have this persistent metallic taste in your mouth that just won't go away. You might even lose your appetite completely. This happens because when your kidneys aren't filtering properly, waste products start building up in the body, which can profoundly alter your sense of taste and totally kill your desire to eat. When we step back and look at all 7 of these clues together, the pattern becomes pretty clear. Again, the message here isn't to panic if you've had a random muscle cramp or felt tired once or twice this week. The vital takeaway is to pay really close attention when your body starts showing multiple, unexplained changes that stick around for weeks instead of getting better. All right, section 5, protecting your kidney health. First things first, and I really want to emphasize this, forget the expensive kidney detoxes, the miracle drinks, and those sketchy online supplements that promise to repair your kidneys overnight. Listen, if a magical cleanse sounds too good to be true, it absolutely is. Your incredibly sophisticated kidneys do not need these internet gimmicks. What they actually need are simple, consistent, and healthy daily habits to just support the natural filtering process they already do. Your ultimate daily defense actually just comes down to 4 clear steps. Staying hydrated with plain old water, eating nutrient-rich foods while cutting back on excess sodium and processed stuff, and exercising regularly. Those are fantastic foundations. But I need to put a huge emphasis on step 3, managing diabetes and high blood pressure. Keeping these 2 conditions well controlled is just paramount because they are among the leading causes of chronic kidney disease worldwide. Along with those good habits, there are a few things you definitely want to avoid. Limiting excessive alcohol and avoiding smoking are key for sure. But here is a massive, massive point. You have to be incredibly careful with over-the-counter pain relievers. It is absolutely vital that you never take these medications for longer than the package recommends without talking to a doctor first. Overusing them can cause silent, cumulative harm to your kidneys, and you won't even realize it's happening. Honestly, this next point is probably the most crucial defense strategy of all. Because the early stages of kidney disease are completely silent and often cause literally 0 symptoms, getting regular health checkups is critical. A simple, routine blood and urine test can give you so much valuable information about your kidney function long before any serious complications pop up. This is especially true if you're over 60, if you have high blood pressure or diabetes, or if you have a family history of kidney issues. I want to leave you with this really powerful quote from our source material today. Your body whispers before it screams. The core takeaway from this entire explainer is to just listen to those subtle, early whispers. Pay attention to persistent changes, take your health seriously, and seek medical advice before a small issue amplifies into a big one. Ignoring your body never, ever makes a problem disappear. So I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Which of the 7 warning signs we talked about today surprised you the most? Drop your answers in the comments below, because honestly, your insight might just be the thing that encourages someone else to pay closer attention to their own health. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this explainer. Take care of your health, and remember, the best time to protect your kidneys isn't tomorrow, it's today.